most experienced here tonight. Hooker, good ball, Dempsey. Through the middle of the ground. Davey wants it. Ignored and gone the longer ball to Crameri. Richards in front. Couldn't hold it. Davey back on it, left foot, goal! Bombers get the first.
That was unbelievable. He looked around and, as you said before, Luke, he said, "I'll take you on, Dusty."
There's Jack. Goes into the pocket. Reed supplies a good lead that is on it.
And that individual brilliance and a win on the wing, I should say, and opened up the forward line. But well done to the Bombers' defence. They've got
transition back to block it up. As you see there, they've got heaps of numbers back there really quickly. That's a fantastic defensive run by the Bombers.
Lewis Jetta fancied himself from here, and that's why. I reckon that's gone all the way. Or has it? Yes, it has. It's a goal to Sydney.
Jetta and Dempsey at the moment.
Great goal by Lewis Jetta there, nailing it from outside 50, touched but well over the line there. That's the last thing you need if you're Dustin Fletcher. You're 30.
Howlett, Monfries, O'Keefe intercepted. They're tough, best contested ball team in the comp, I reckon, Sydney. Kick goes in, looking for Reed. Was there a hand in the back?
Hand in the back.
And I think there was.
Right here.
Well, this is important for Sam Reid. Been out of form, but he's got himself an opportunity to kick an early goal. His kicking has been a little suspect at times. He needs to put this one through to give him some confidence moving forward in this match.
Tough kick at goal here. A lot of angle about it. Kick on the way, looks good. He made it look real easy. Well done to Reid. 10 points. These two teams.
Yeah, they're always great, BT. I think it's a great move to have Fletch, the last man in that line for the Essendon defence. He can't chop off the ball as he normally does.
Armstrong's kick wide. Jack trying to work underneath. There's Everett inside 50. Gets a real clean look. Curled it around the post, and that's a Sydney goal.
Deliver on Fletcher, get in the dangerous position rather than trying to outlead him. It'll play into Fletcher's hands.
Everett running into trouble is Pike. O'Keefe for the wild hand, all knew what he was doing. Bolton, now Jack gets a really good look. That's a great kick. Mumford takes the mark.
Moves well for a man of his size, Luke.
His ground level work, when he gets going, is as good as any ruckman that I've ever seen play the game.
Mumford directly in front. The Lloyd end, the southern end, very close to Fletcher, the man on the mark. Distance, right on the line. And I think it's a goal. It's all there. It is.
Very shortly, make sure Crameri's okay, but stay away from Mumford. You get hurt.
Like it was a little twisted in the tackle, didn't it? Here is Hardingham. Gets it out of the way now. An opportunity for Andreas Everett. Turns around, puts it to the hot pot. Very disciplined, aren't they? Up they fly. Reed! Great mark from the side of Belchambers.
In front of the ruckman there and taking a good mark.
Any trouble with Crameri? You reckon? I'll just come to you after this, Doc. Hang on a sec. Reed comes in directly in front. He'll convert this. He's given the umpire a task. He's kicked the goal, and he gets another. So Doc Larkins, any trouble with Crameri, you think?
No, Brian.
Jack straightens up, Reed it behind. Carlisle in front. Bird, this way, that away, decided to go onto his left. There's Jetta. Hardingham across the front.
He had to run 40 metres to mark that ball, Hardingham.
Off-balance kick, he was still almost going backwards. O'Keefe to Shaw. Shaw drilled a goal. 25-point lead, Sydney.
Such a game breaker.
I'm shocked, Richo. It wasn't what I thought tonight. I thought the Swans will really try and wrap it up, create more stoppages, see if they can just wear the Bombers down. They've blown them away with run.
Well, I reckon that's what the Bombers thought as well, Das, and it's been the opposite. Here's Jetta inside. Jack gets back onto his left. Nifty little kick. 7 goals in a row for Sydney.
Contest, but then they're spreading and running harder.
Heppel into the middle, finds Belchambers. Dyson needs to get on his left, and that's why he's been pinged there. Reed, McVeigh, Bolton and Bird all combined. Have a look at the man that Richo pointed out before. As soon as they get it, he runs forward and breaks and spreads. The kick goes into Jack. Needs a good bounce here, Jack. He's got it. Spins around on the left boot. It's that easy. 8 Sydney goals in a row.
Eight goals in a row for Sydney. Incredible performance in this game so far. We are live and interactive. Robert Shaw, former Adelaide Crows coach, knows the Essendon style really well, Richo. He says this, Richo, you're right.
Just at the crucial moment. But they are applying more pressure here, the Bombers. Make no mistake. Well, Dennis Lane was tackled. Ball ricochets on here. Beautiful tap on the Bird. Bird over the top to Jack. Jack on the left. Paddy won't get him. Release the ball. Reed's underneath it. No, it's Roberts Thompson.
Won't get any reward, but they're just bombing the ball inside their 50. Those 9 entries, there haven't been many balls that have given their forwards a real opportunity.
Roberts Thompson comes in and kicks the goal for the Sydney Swans. Plenty of Bombers around the ball here. Got some space at last. Dyson in the path of Jeddah. He gathers. Got to get rid of it. He does. Smother was good. Picked up by Dyson again. High ball. Bombers a chance here. Grundy got a beautiful fist on it. Howlett with the little right foot banana. Magnificent. There's their first goal since the 5th minute mark of the first quarter.
Tough work for forwards. They've been high and long entries, not giving their forwards much chance.
Not to mention they've already used their sub. Myers is already out there. Under the ball. Jack keeps his feet here. Aggressively tackled by Stanton. Gives it on the run of Jeddah. Jeddah says, I want to kick this up in the 3rd tier. And he does.
Kicked the career best 4 goals last week, Lewis Jeddah. 10 goals in the past 3 weeks, and now 2 goals, 3 tonight. Is just in sensational form. So impressive to watch. Smooth mover.
Hand on it, Stanton. Myers. And now Paddy Ryder. Undecided what to do with it. Put it on the deck. Comes back to McVeigh. A clear look from 40 for McVeigh. He's got the goal. They make him pay.
See Paddy Ryder here, he's running, you can see him looking down the ground, then he makes that mistake, turnover, goal to McVeigh, but he had nothing to kick to. That's why he was forced to try and bounce that football, because they had nothing for
Long ball. Dyson went up with a punch. Couple of seconds. Bombers surround the ball. Watson has to be careful. Siren sounds. 47-point Sydney lead here. And the Bombers appear not to be able to do too much about it at the moment. What have they got coming in the last quarter? Hurd will go out and address the team and make some more changes, I am sure. We'll find out what they are on the other side of the break. Sydney lead 11-8-74 to the Bombers. 2-15-27.
key position players are shutting down the key forwards, and then they run it out of there so well.
Dempsey. Drawing handball, long and wide. Little one there from Hardingham, finds Stanton. Stanton out the side, Daughter. Davey got it. Owen Davey kicked the first goal of the game. They've only kicked 2 for the game. And here is Davey with a relatively easy shot, and he doesn't let his side down. Done reasonably okay tonight. Hooker.
Yes.
Kick to Lovett Murray. They sag off Smith, but Lovett Murray took the mark.
He's been good, Mike Pike, because he's competed in
The trend continues.
There is the ump, getting himself up to his feet. Well played.
Elwyn Davey comes in and kicks the goal. He's got 3 of the 4 tonight.
good crowd here tonight. Plenty of Bombers fans here.
Very good crowd. The 40,000. Go forward again. Grundy had a difficult bouncing ball. Monfries didn't sit on it. Howlett spun out. Lovett Murray burst through. Strength and speed. About 3 in a row for the Bombers. Are they done with yet?
Well, now we're getting a little bit excited, Bomber fans. Good crowd in tonight. They've enjoyed a fantastic year. Their coach has been sensational. Bombers not giving up the ghost on this one at all tonight.
So great strength to bust through a couple of tackles there. Made the play, finished it off beautifully. Love it, Murray.
Late inclusion in this side, Nathan Lovett-Murray for David Zaharakis. And that has given the Essendon faithful here. It's a good crowd. The Bombers fans get on their feet. They're just sensing we're not done with this.
He clutched the left hammy.
Get Doc Larkins all over that shortly. He's still out there, Michael Hurley. It is achievable to answer that question from Cassie. Going to take an enormous effort. They can't concede on this inside 50, and that's a free kick they couldn't give away.
Now the physio's been out to Hurley as well.
This will be a disaster. He's had hamstring trouble in the past. We know that had one earlier this season.
There's the free to Bolton high against Myers.
The doc will know which one he has done earlier this year, but you'd hope he's staying out there. You'd think he must be all right.
He's got that pain look on his face, though, Richard, hasn't he? Someone who's not overly happy.
Here is Bolton. Big kick to try and extinguish the fire. He kicks the goal. He knows it's an important one. The kick around the corner, high ball. Set his eyes on the hooker, couldn't mark it. Spills to Dempsey. Cross to Heppel. Remember, left footer. Will go left. There it is, the little sneaky one. Stanton down low.
Just for him to really take his game to another level, he has to get used to having tags.
To make it 4 of the last 5 goals for the Bombers. Stanton gets it. Vision to see Dempsey back inside. Dempsey short ball to Melksham. Melksham looks to play on. Takes a bounce, ignores the Davey lead. Long 25-metre handball to Howlett. Howlett needs to find a player. Back into Davey. He traps the ball. Can he keep his feet? No. Picked up by Hocking. Had a shot at goal. It's on target. It's there. The Bombers are back within 22 points.
Now there's some Bomber fans on their feet. Just a little sense of something special here tonight. To 22 points. Real noise and excitement being generated here at Etihad Stadium. 42,785 in the house. Majority of those Bomber supporters. So well, it's O'Keefe who took that mark, but he was the one that covered off and allowed O'Keefe the space to get back.
Doing a good job here. 4 goals in 10 minutes, says Mario Bernardi. Can the boys do it from Windy Hill? He says, well, I reckon they're a chance, Mario. 50 metres. Have a look at this. This will bring Watson within 20 metres of goal, and John Longmire is very upset. This to get it back to a 16-point margin.
See Reece Shaw there just pleading with his teammates up the ground just to remain composed.
Big kick by Watson. Now, I know they're not there yet, but if they were to come back from the 3/4 time deficit, it would be the greatest all-time comeback from a 3/4 time deficit. 47 points. Here is Watson, steps in, kicks the goal. It's a 16-point margin now. Grundy, just a little fiddle and a fumble there. Shot the handball out to Johnson. Has to be precise. Look at the Bomber urgency and numbers. Lonigan fast hands Heppel. Give it on to the man that can really go. Davey to Hocking. Hocking back to Heppel on his wrong right side. Just went the wrong option there. Grundy still under pressure. Myers goes long and David bending back. It's a goal. Oh boy, they're back within 10 points.
Have a look at this. We're going nuts here at Etihad Stadium. Brilliant effort. And they're starting to believe, the Bomber fans. Maybe, just maybe, they can do it.
Well, the Swans, they're trying to save the game. They're not trying to win it. They've got 8 defenders. They're rolling players back. They've got 4 forwards, 8 defenders.
Plenty of time.
They need to try and win the game.
That man Malcheski on Watson, and he was in between 2 players. So at least Stanton didn't kick it back to an uncontested mark. Now they trap it inside 50. All the pressure goes back to the Swans' defence.
Ryder over the top. Mumford tries to keep it and push it down the front. The interception by Howard. Can he get through the ball? Jedd's got it! Jedd's got it! It's back to a 4-point margin. The greatest comeback of all time from a 3-quarter time deficit is now on the plate for the taking for the Bombers.
So I'll tell you what, Darcy, Paddy Ryder has had to ruck this whole second half on his own. That wasn't a clear hit out, but to do it on your own for a whole half of footy is a big effort.
And how about the fans here, Richo? They're just starting to believe that they're about to see a miracle. Nearly 43,000 in the house. They had no hope at all at 3-quarter time, let's be honest. And they've willed their way back in this side. Look at the emotion and the body language of the Swans. They're starting to panic. As you said, they've tried to defend this one from a long way.
Boy, oh boy, wowee, what about this? Muggets. Heppel with the knock to McVeigh. Hooker's underneath it. Did well Reid to get a hand on it. Melcham under enormous pressure now. Fletcher. Soccer off the ground by Jack. Can he gather cleanly? No, he can't. Handball around the corner. Here's Jeddah. Jeddah kicks the goal. Back out by 10 points, Sydney. Fans going absolutely crazy for the Swans.
Well, Dustin Fletcher was left all on his own inside 50. They've been able to orchestrate more space. And Dustin, he normally plays it so well. When he goes to ground, he always comes up with a footy. The veteran made a bit of a mistake. Didn't have the footy. Lewis Jeddah has just been simply sensational. 3 goals, 3. They orchestrated it beautifully. Jack's fumble. Good reply for the Swans. They needed that one back to a 10-point margin.
There's that man. Jeddah had a quieter last quarter. Finishes it off beautifully.
10 goals collectively kicked by the sides in this 4th quarter here.
Take a risk.
That is a panic kick and a wrong option. Boy, what was he thinking? They need to win the game here. In the middle. Hurley the thrug. Carlisle. Howlett. One bounce says, come at me. I'm on the left, he does. Mark taken here by Cranmery. There's still time if the Bombers can do it here. Long ball by Cranmery. Watson's got the set. He's taking the mark. The clock at 2:03 and ticking. Now Watson needs to get back quickly. The clock stopped at 2:02. This will bring it back to 4 points.
He's a star of the game, Joe Watson. Wheeled himself to run 150 metres to get forward. He set himself for the mark. He got in front position. He's a complete player.
Clock ticking now. Watson would be aware of that. He needs to get a move along here. Biggest kick of his life here. Watson comes in and kicks the goal. They're back within 4 points and they're back in the ball game.
Plenty of time to score both ends.
Yep. Big time clearance here. Just under a minute. Bolton. Kennedy. Now Fletcher's got the right body position here. Had to punch away Jeddah. Can he pick it up? Oh, look at Bolton's commitment to the ball. Magnificent Jude Bolton. But the Bombers with Heppel to a one-on-one. Hurley's taken the mark. Here's the runner in Davey. He can go inside. Watson's got it. We've got 32 seconds remaining. Davey, little kick. Cranmery couldn't hold the mark offline. Clock will stop. 23 seconds. And the Bombers have got it right where they need it.
Have a look at them pile down into defence. Bomber fans can't look. They're stressed to the eyeballs. Every player's just pouring down into defence to try and hold this up for Sydney.
23 seconds on the clock. The Bombers in their forward 50. Dennis Lane. Gee, this is the long run back for Hooker and Fletcher. They have to be perfect now. 9 seconds. Myers is going to have to rely on a mark. It'll be a mark. Dempsey's going to mark it. Siren will sound. He's played on. Umpire's called play. The umpire has called play on. Margaret says, sorry, you played on. And the Bombers would have had a kick after the siren. Can you believe that?
Oh, what a game.